Holly, thanks ever so much for joining us today. Holly works for the Alzheimer's Research UK.
Yes, I work in the gift skills and in memory team there.
Let's start by telling us about Alzheimer's Research UK and the important work that you do.
Yes, so we are the UK's leading dementia research charity. We were founded in 1992, and since then we have committed over 210 million to dementia research, which is absolutely great. At the moment, we're funding 172 projects.
Wow, that's a huge number of projects. I had no idea it was as many as that.
Yeah, it's great. So how we get to that is we have a review board and they meet twice a year, and they are a panel of experts in the field, and they look through all the research going on up and down the country, and they have a look at what they think is the highest quality and will have the best chance of finding new treatments for dementia. So that's how they decide who gets the funding.
Interesting. Okay. And as we know, early diagnosis is so important for people and for families to give them the time to learn more and prepare, make plans. What work is Alzheimer's research doing in order to support families?
Diagnosis is something we really want to work on because currently diagnosis often comes too late and it's very slow. Sometimes it takes families years to get a diagnosis. Recently, we were awarded 5 million by the People's Postcode Lottery, and that is to fund a research into new blood tests for the NHS. At the moment, to diagnose people, that's often brain scans or things like that. And again, they can take quite a long time. Some places or services don't do that for families. And so we would like to have blood tests become a standard in the NHS. So that would speed up diagnosis. So hopefully that 5 million will really help and speed up our research into that field.
Yes. And that comes down to funding, I guess, in the local authorities as to the variations in the different types of diagnosis.
Yes. So things like brain scans, of course, that depends on if your local service has those things in place. Memory services, they are probably the main ways that people are diagnosed at the moment.
And of course, a huge part of your work at Alzheimer's Research UK is to raise awareness about the risk of dementia. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
So that's been one of our focuses for many years. And of course, there are factors such as age that we can't control. However, there are ways people can reduce their risk. And really, it's the same things that doctors say to you about your heart health. So things like don't smoke, don't drink too much, being active, exercising, having a healthy, balanced diet. But then for dementia, things like keeping your brain active, so reading, doing puzzles. If you have any hobbies, keeping up with those. It's about keeping your brain active because, like any muscle in your body, if you work it and keep it strong, it keeps it more healthy. So, yes, keeping your brain active and staying social, keeping social with people, keeping your heart healthy, and staying connected to people is the best way to reduce your risk.
You just mentioned about diet. What sort of advice do you have for people around diet?
So, eating a healthy, balanced diet. So, as your doctor might say, maybe not too much fat or sugar, plenty of fruits, veg, just a really varied, healthy, balanced diet, lots of colors, all the standard things that have been said to us for years for things like your heart health is the same for your brain health.
Thank you very much. It's really helpful. Now, your role there at the charity, you work within the department that helps people to leave gifts in wills and in memory of people as
Mm.
well. So, how important is that for your work that you do there at the charity? How important is that funding?
Yes, so 1 in 3 of the research projects we fund are actually funded through gifts in will. So they are a really vital part to our charity, and we're so grateful for every gift. They are a really special way you can give to our charity because it costs you nothing in your lifetime, but you're making sure that our research carries on long into the future. And our hope is that one day we can live in a world where our children and grandchildren won't have to suffer from this horrible condition, and dementia won't have to be something they worry about. So gift cells are really vital for our research, and they can be big or small gifts. They don't have to be large, lavish gifts. Most of our gifts are small, but all added together, they make a huge difference. But regardless of if gifts and wills is something people would like to do, our team would just like to say, please do make sure you just have a will in general. A recent survey has shown that half of UK adults don't have a valid will. And this is really important. So your family, friends, and the causes that you love are taken care of when the time comes. So yes, we would just like to say, please go and do make sure you have a will, because that is really important.
Gosh, that's a really high statistic, isn't it?
Yeah, really
Oh,
surprising.
yes. And if a family are considering leaving a gift, what would they need to do to look into that further?
So it's really easy to leave a gift in your will. You add a charity like you would any other beneficiary to your will. So all you need is our name and charity number, which is on our website, or you could get in touch with my team and we'd be able to help you further. We have a pack that we could send out if you would like to see more about gifts and will.
Great. And of course, a lot of people like to fundraise as well. Different methods of course, maybe running the marathon or climbing a mountain or whatever they might wish to do. Do you offer advice for people who may be wishing to support you by fundraising?
Yes, you can support us however you like. We do absolutely everything. You can run a marathon, you can walk up a mountain, do a bake sale, or even come and be part of our cheer squad. So you don't necessarily have to fundraise, but you can volunteer for us. So come and cheer on the people that are running the marathons. You can become one of our collection tin volunteers. So there are the whole wealth of ways you can help us. You can find out more on our website if you would like to, or get in touch with our team and we can help you further.
And could you just give us the website address there as well, please, Holly?
Yes, so that's Alzheimer's Research UK.org.
That's great. What's coming up next for Alzheimer's Research UK?
So I've recently launched our 10-year strategy, and our three main goals in that is treatment. So we want people to be able to access life-changing treatment for dementia. Diagnosis, so help people to be able to get an earlier and better diagnosis. And prevention, so we hope that fewer people will actually go on to develop dementia. So there are three core focuses. And we've also recently rebranded and launched our new campaign called Change the Ending. And you can see that on our website, or I could give you the link to that as well. So, yes, we're all about raising awareness in the public about dementia and then trying to fund as much research as possible.
Holly, that's great. Thank you so much for your time today and giving us an insight into your world there at Alzheimer's Research. And thank you for all of the work that you do.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Take care.